Fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. Wrestling fans, VIP packages and tickets are on sale now. The Boston Wrestling MWF's Back to the 80's live wrestling event and Legends Fan Fest celebration, Saturday night, April the 16th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Meet WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, three-time WWE Tag Team Champions Axe and Smash Demolition, WWE Hall of Famers Tito, Santana, and Cowboy Bob Orton, the Wild Berzerker, Dangerous Danny Davis, and more 80's WWF icons to be announced. Take part in a VIP exclusive Q&A session, a VIP exclusive 80's Legends group photo, an autograph photo fan fest open to all before the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow light up the ring like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Relive your childhood. Get the best seats in the house at bostonwrestling.com now. We'll see you live April the 16th.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marotti.
And I'm John North, the Berzerker.
Unbelievable, baby. We're trying to give the fans a little behind-the-scenes updates on things going on. We're excited. We're less than, we're recording this, a little less than 8 weeks away from the big Back to the 80's event, John.
Creeping up.
But the fans, they sent in some questions. I said we're going to give them some couple little bonuses. We had to make them wait because they were pumped to have you in January, but we wanted you in 100% health, at great capacity, and you're here now. But the fans wanted to know, what did you think, since you're involved with our big event?
Yeah.
What did you think of the intentional sabotage that took place on this event where, for now the fourth time, Jake the Snake Roberts backed out of his agreement to appear with us? Now, a lot of people can say, well, you know what, that doesn't involve John Nord, that doesn't involve Axe and Smash Demolition, but I look at it like this. Per se, does it involve you? No. But it involves an event you're on. Now, let's say Jake the Snake being there helps attendance at that event.
Yeah.
That puts more money in the pool to run more events.
That's right.
That puts more money in the pool to provide more bookings and more income for the guys.
That's right. And
So
you're trying to sow integrity over the whole event. And of course everyone, you want as much integrity you can have, but when that happens, and of course because I've known Jake for 37 years or whatever, I could almost have guessed it, but I didn't want to sound like being negative, that he was gonna do a no-show and cancel because it wasn't superstardom, Superdome, 80,000 people, because now he's got his weekly check coming in, wherever he works now. What's the name of that place? AEW. And so when you're getting that, but if you're sitting home alone, like not too many years ago he was, with no job, you can bet his ass would have been here. So
well, it is unfortunate. The agreement, we had a nice interaction with his daughter Cody, who was absolutely delightful.
Yes.
And then during Corona times, I guess his daughter Brandy took over his bookings.
Okay.
So that's who we were dealing with. And my point of contention was, I will live up to every word I give to someone. In wrestling, I think it puts bad karma into the world if you don't. I don't think it's good for the industry if you don't.
So Brandy canceled?
Well, they wanted to change the agreement. And where Jake has screwed us over not once, not twice, but three times in the past, I was not willing to open my wallet to spend an extra penny unless they could say, and I said it, I said, if you show me anything where it said I agreed to that, I will eat my words, I will publicly apologize, and I would have opened my wallet on the spot to correct it. And they could not show me that. So then it turned into, well, oh, I'm concerned about sending Jake to you.
What a scam.
So they started with that bullshit. So you know what I did? I said, okay. I gave her the names of several mutual friends of Jake and I that they could attest to my character and the character of our live events. I gave her the names of some WWE high-ranking executives in Stamford, Connecticut that she could call to confirm about my character and integrity and the character and integrity of the events. I gave her the name of AEW executives where Jake works, where she could find out about the character and integrity of myself and our events. And I told her to contact the nonprofit Cauliflower Alley Club, which exists to help out the boys, who we've helped forever, and to tell her about the character and integrity of my events. So then she said, she didn't have a comeback to that, so she said, where I put out there, I said, you know what, Jake has done marvelous in his recovery, been becoming sober, or as sober is all right, well, we'll get there, as sober as we can get in pro wrestling. I said, I think it would be pretty negative for this story to be online and make him look bad. And she goes, well, you're threatening us now. It wasn't a threat, it was a fact. I don't think it makes him look good that he's going to no-show a fundraiser where we're trying to help the kids from Make-A-Wish. Even if the Make-A-Wish kids weren't involved, it makes him look bad canceling.
And that was no threat. But, Brandy, come on now, cut the cat calls. That ain't how you do a deal like that. You don't hem and haw and then start trying to push it back on the promoter, the guy that's got you signed up. Just the way to do that is just be so blunt, honest. Listen, my dad's kind of messed up right now. What do I do? Well, get him here. Please get him here. But there would be a different way to do that, Brandy. I know you since you were a little girl. Now, I haven't seen her for many, many years.
Oh, you know Brandy?
But, well, I knew her when she was a little girl.
Little. Okay, yeah.
But the point being is there's a way to do that, and there's a way not to do it. Just for whatever the reason was, a guy that you're giving the bad news to can't deny it. If just say he is so effed up that, listen, there's nothing I can do, and he's so effed up. Don't him and haw with this and try to put the heat back on Dan. That don't fly. So cut the cat calls, Brandy.
Well, where Brandy will probably see this in our interactions, John, have you always been treated fairly and with respect? And if we lived up to our agreements?
Always. Always. That's why I'm sitting here right now.
That's why I gave her all of those names for people to reach out to. And it felt like, and again, I don't know her, but it felt like she just wanted to be lazy and not do anything to try and fix a deal that they have broken so many times. That's what makes me so angry about it. It's not just disrespectful to me. What it is, let me tell you this. When it comes time for these shows, like the first time he did it, not too long before Christmas, that's the money that was wasted on him, thousands of dollars in advertising, airline tickets, and so on and so forth. That's money that goes towards my kids' Christmas. And they're going to screw with that. And then when they have a chance to make it right, they do absolutely nothing.
It's easy to get.
We feel threatened. You know what I say to that? You know which finger I want to use.
That's bullshit. But listen, where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Listen, here's the deal is, listen, most everybody has missed a show and all that. But Jake's got to muscle up and just, if you're sober, and I'll be honest, listen, I question, I've been in and out of the AA program for 40 years, and I question a guy's sobriety when he misses shows and he has Brandy do it. That's why you question, because when you're sober,
to be fair,
Dan, when you're sober, you don't do that stuff. And now that's all I'm going to say, Jake, okay? I'm not jumping on that too much. I understand. But that's the rule of thumb. And most of the time, it's 99% the guy is using.
Do
So-
you think if he is as clean and sober as he
Yeah.
proclaims, do you think he should be a man and keep his word and take the appearances
Yeah,
we agreed to?
absolutely.
I don't, and like I said, it's bad for everybody involved: the fans, the fellow wrestlers, the promoters.
But here's what I'm thinking, Dan. Listen, it's about now this weekly, semi-monthly pay or semi-weekly paycheck he's been getting now for how long? A year or two?
He's been with AEW almost 2 years
Okay,
now.
so he's been getting that for a lot of weeks. All of a sudden, he don't need the money. And he don't want to help the kids, or he don't want to help because he don't need the money. So he's maybe getting a little fat and sassy on his laurels.
But don't you want to be a man and live up to your word and have character and integrity?
You absolutely. That's always first. But I'm telling you where his head's at. I'm telling you that yeah, you're right. But his head, I got a feeling, is I don't really need the money. So,
Well, another
F it.
thing I think is so amusing, I've reached out to people at AEW as well as Diamond Dallas Page's folks where he lived in the accountability crib. And I said, can you help him show some accountability for people he's raked over the coals several times and cost thousands of dollars and a lot of ill will with the fans? And
Yeah.
DDP's people were interested. They messaged us back and I explained the situation to them, and I've heard nothing since. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
well-
I know DDP's done a lot of good for a lot of folks, but I wish he could talk to his friend that he does a podcast with on a weekly basis and tell him, do the right thing, be a man, live up to your word, live up to the agreement. These people that you're interacting with have given you a gigantic list of character references that'll explain to you that you will not be screwed one penny or have one iota of stress the day of the event. Get on the plane and go. So then I'm put in the position of, okay, we need to find someone near or on par Jake's level is a replacement, which caused a whirlwind of stress and worry and aggravation. All I can say is, thank God, I think this man behind me, Paul Bearer, after everything that happened back in, I think you remember our 20th anniversary event back in November where you were unable to make it, where your dad unfortunately passed. And Jim Duggan took ill, and Slick had an issue with his talent agent, so to speak. But I wasn't expecting the answer to be yes, but I reached out to Hacksaw Jim Duggan, recovering from cancer surgery, and like a man with character and integrity, the Duggans said, yes, we will come on Saturday night, April the 16th, to Memorial Hall in Melrose as part of our Back to the 80s reunion.
Good.
So what does that say? A man recovering from cancer surgery will come, but a man known as Jake the Snake, that's already screwed us 3 times in the past, blows it off again.
Right.
What does that say about the character and integrity of Jake and the character and integrity of Jim Duggan and his lovely wife, Deborah?
Jim, thank you so much. And that don't surprise me about Jim. Jim's a player. He'll muscle up when he needs to all the time. And I'm so glad he's doing, fighting the good fight and all that. So I can't wait to see him. And that's what somehow blessing's gonna come out of this. And right now, I'm really excited to see Jim Duggan. And because I know Jake, I underneath wasn't really that excited about seeing Jake, but that's a shit thing to say, but I don't care.
You're honest. And what a lineup that we do have, John. Again, for the fans at home, VIP packages and tickets are on sale now. John Cena Sr. and I have promised that if we get those VIP packages sold out, forget about the 8 80s legends that we've promised. We're going to give you 9. We'll give you 10. We'll keep going if you guys keep buying the tickets. But headlined by WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You got the big man to my right, the Berzerker John Nord joining us live. In the 80s, probably better known as Nord the Barbarian, the protege of Bruiser Brody. You have, in my opinion, the greatest tag team in WWF history. 3-time tag team champions when those belts meant something. Axe and Smash Demolition will be with us live. And where they come, sometimes you see these guys known as the Masked Superstar and Repo Man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
right.
On top of that, we have WWE Hall of Famer, former Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion Tito Santana. Arriba.
Arriba.
We have WWE Hall of Famer, the Cowboy Bob Orton, joining us, the father of Randy Orton, the man that went tit for tat with John Cena Sr. at Memorial Hall in previous years. We have evil referee turned wrestler turned back referee, Dangerous Danny Davis, and we still have an 8th featured guest we're going to announce Monday night during Raw. And again, if you guys help us out and keep buying those tickets in advance, we'll give you more. It's about an immersive fan celebration. It's about remembering these great legends, because if you look at the lineup we originally had before the coronavirus, Road Warrior Animal, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff,
Yeah.
will never be able, and I have chills right now, will never be able to have that kind of a celebration with those guys again. And you know what? The guys from the 80s, they gave a lot of their lives for your excitement, your entertainment,
Yep.
for something you loved. This is a chance to remember those great times from when you were a kid. Or even if you weren't a kid and you loved 80s wrestling. I grew up with it when I was a kid. I think it's the best period. Call me biased, but we are going to go back to the 80s on April 16th, and I am proud.
That's great.
I am proud that you're going
That's
to be
great.
with
Well,
us.
and I'm glad you said that, because that's my thing I always say, too. I think it's the best era. I do. And here's the thing is, you guys are going to, the fans, you're going to have one hell of a good time, okay? You really are. Because, first of all, I'm here. And I'm going to make sure shit gets wild, okay? But in a tasteful way, okay? So if you're bringing the kids and stuff, bring them. We're going to just put the pedal all the way down.
Think of what the fans are going to get out of it, though, John. For the VIPs, there's a VIP exclusive Q&A
Yeah.
where the fans get to interact with you guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's a VIP group photo where you're talking about, you get a photo with every featured 80s legend in one picture. You talk about a cool picture to put on
That's pretty
Facebook
cool.
or Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah.
That's worth the price of admission alone. Then we have an autograph and photo fan fest that is open to every single fan that attends, and that's before the night kicks off with the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, lighting up that squared circle. We're going to have a Legends tribute during the live wrestling event. It's going to be awesome. You will never forget what you're going to see.
Are
April
you trying
16th.
to say Repo Man and Masked Superstar might come instead of Demolition?
Demolition's going to be there.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. Is it going to be really them?
The other two might sneak in. The other
Is
two
it
might
really?
sneak in.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you know, Masked
you
Superstars.
never know who's going to show you guys. It
Masked
could be some surprise guest.
Masked Superstar and Repo Man have the masks, so you never know.
Yeah, it could be just like
And-
two guys we've gotten off the corner and just put the hoods on them.
We would never
probably
do that.
not.
We would never do that.
But
I tell
I'm
you
being
this,
sarcastic.
there is a woman that's very interested in seeing you on April 16th at Memorial Hall.
Oh, that's not Annie.
Her name is Piggott. Her name is Piggott.
Pagan?
No, Piggott.
Pagan?
Piggott.
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 Who is that?
It almost sounds like a villain from Harry
Yeah.
Potter, I guess. But she
Yeah.
looks kind of like, did you ever watch The Facts of Life?
Yeah.
She looks kind of like Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The
She's had her right.
redhead?
Marty said Marty said she was very flirty with him back on November the 13th. So she might, I don't know, she might want to put on the Viking helmet.
I was quite a ladies' man in my day.
All right, wrestling fans, we're running out of time. We just wanted to give you a little behind-the-scenes look at everything going on here in the world of Boston wrestling and the MWF. There's a lot of stress that goes into putting these events together. We implore you to head on over to bostonwrestling.com. Get your VIP packages and tickets now, Saturday night, April the 16th, at Memorial Hall in Melrose. We go back to the 80s for a professional wrestling celebration, decades in the making.
Be there!
Hi, this is Phil DeCesare. Thank you for enjoying tonight's Wrestling Insiders. Get early full-screen ad-free access to all our Weeknight Wrestling Insider episodes while helping keep wrestling legends working by joining the Boston Wrestling Patreon family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. You can directly help us bring you more great historical wrestling content 7 days a week to enjoy for years to come.